Hello Flosstube, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner, and sorry it's been a while since I've updated. You might notice I made it 2 days through my vlogging attempt for the World Cup, and part of what happened, to tell you the truth, is I have been going through a kind of spell of depression for about a month now. It's just various reasons. And it kind of started, no, it probably entirely, no, did it kind of start or entirely start? I don't know. It kind of started with Germany's first match versus Mexico, which they lost, and I pretty much stopped watching the World Cup after that. And then it... Oh, wait, no, to tell you the truth, that's just when it kind of started. No, that's when it all the way started. It had already kind of started. Anyways, so I kind of stopped watching the World Cup. I stopped working on my piece, and I watched Germany's other 3 games, and you may or may not know at this point that Germany was bottom of their group, didn't make it out of the group for the first time ever. Or since the World Cup has been in this current format. And I took a major hit of depression on that one, and I'll briefly explain that. So Germany lost its first game. I came home from watching it at my boyfriend's, and I had a notice on my door that my rent was going up $140, which, I mean, it was really just the cherry on top of what was already built up to pretty negative mindset, and now I was like, well, I have to move and all this, and because I can't afford a $140 raise in rent, right? Unfortunately, I mean, everyone I know, my parents, my boyfriend, a friend of mine, we all looked around and we can't find anything cheaper in this city or the surrounding communities, because I don't live exactly in Sacramento, but there are like a bajillion, not really, but there are a lot of cities that are basically connected to Sacramento. I drive through 3 in my 20-minute drive to work, so, which is 13 miles. So, there are a lot of cities. Unfortunately, the only kind of things I could find in my budget either had no vacancy or, and no, like, notices to have vacancy, or they were, like, maybe $30 cheaper, which didn't justify the cost of moving and everything that comes with that, or they were in really bad neighborhoods, unsafe, with reviews that talk about black mold, cockroaches, rats, drug deals, car break-ins, and living alone. I was not going to move to a neighborhood that had those kind of reviews. Obviously, my safety has to come first. And so I spent several hours going through all my budgets, and I managed to find about $100 that I could cut out of things, which means, like, basically any luxuries, and I use that term very loosely, are being cut out of my expenses. I called the internet provider, and I got onto the cheapest plan possible, which is going to save me about $40 to $60, depending on how you look at it, because it was just going to go up $20, so it's really dropping $60, but it'll feel more like $40. And then I'm canceling my Audible subscription, and we have a family Netflix account that I've basically been paying for 10 years or something like that. And so one of my sisters is going to take that over for a while. And just some stuff like that. But so I'm going to be on like the most strict of Stitch from Stash diets ever. Like no $25 monthly budget, no rewards for finishes. I'm not joining that group because, well, for one thing, I'm already in it, but I'm not officially doing it. But for some reason, when I have the $25 budget, or when I'm trying to like track everything and do a Stitch from Stash like that, I actually end up tending to go over the budget more often, which is like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. So I'm not going to actually officially join that, but so that's what's basically happening for me. Once I made the decision to renew my lease, a lot of the stress ended, but I've followed the scores of the World Cup, and I've watched a game or two, but I haven't watched them, just because Germany losing was really depressing for me, and it was just really harder than it should have been. It shouldn't have been this hard, but it was like that one thing that was bringing me joy at the time, and so, yeah. Anyways, let's turn this attitude of this video around. I have got some progress to show you. As some of the comments have pointed out, I have gotten over 500 subscribers. Last I checked, it was 505. So if you watched a couple of my last videos, you know what that means. So stay tuned till the end of the video. And I will talk about the giveaway. And a little bit of future plans, and I've been on the receiving end of a lot of stitchy kindness, and so I wanted to share that. And there is more crochet than normal. I don't know why I've been crocheting so much. I really don't know. Because normally summer is like when I stop crocheting because it's just so hot. Did I say that it was 90 degrees in my apartment when I got home? I don't keep my air conditioning running when I'm at work because that's like expensive. But so I got home and it's 90, and when I started to record this, it was down to 86, but it is hot. It was over 100 today. It's so hot in California. Anyways, so, just finishing with the World Cup real quick. I do intend on watching the last two matches, the third place game and then the final, which is on Saturday and Sunday. So the third place game is going to be Belgium versus England. And my prediction is, this is really tough because I know my dad wants me to say England, and so does my sister, and they have a good chance, I think, but then like the part of me that just doesn't care anymore wants to say Belgium because I mean, it's kind of like an underdog team. I don't know. But England is kind of an underdog team, to be honest, because, I mean, they're kind of like the joke of soccer a little bit. They were all like, football is coming home. Is it coming home? Nah, I don't think so. You lost your game today. Sorry, Dad. And then the final is France versus Croatia. I know most people are going to say France is going to win, but I really want Croatia to win. For one thing, the last 3 matches, they have gone into overtime, which means essentially they've played a full additional match because overtime is an extra 30 minutes, and then they won back-to-back penalty kicks. And I just really like their fighting spirit, and I'm not a France fan, to be honest. My mom thinks some of that is like having grown up in West Africa, French-speaking West Africa. I just don't like France. because West Africa wasn't a great life experience. Well, I mean, it was a good cultural life experience, but I just didn't like it. So I've never been a big France fan. But also, I really hope Croatia wins. That would be a new World Cup winner, because I think, yeah, France has won before. So it would be a new World Cup winner, and I mean, they're like a country of less than 5 million people, and they're one of the only, I think France was too, though, actually, that won every single group match. Yeah, France did, to tell you the truth. France won it. But so, oh, that's really interesting. So both France and Croatia won all of the group matches. Anyways, okay, you're not even here to listen about soccer. I don't know how long I've been going on about this. Oh, like 11 minutes. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's get to some stitching then. So, the piece I was supposed to be working on while watching matches is Around the World in 80 Stitches. I finished this heart except for the beads. And I started this one. While they're both hearts, this one does have a few different stitches than this one, which I think is really cool. So that is Around the World in 80 Stitches. I am going to be taking that off my stand, and I'll explain why in a little bit. And then the next whips I'm going to show you aren't in any particular order, because I don't know. Some of them may be ones I've already shown you guys, but I don't think so, because it's been like, what, a month? Anyways, so I worked briefly on To Have and to Hold. This is a gift for my sister Johanna. And I worked on some of the grass up top by the church. And this is, well, it was supposed to be a wedding present, to tell you the truth, but that didn't work out, considering they're, like, gonna celebrate, I think, their third anniversary. Yeah, I think so. Their 3rd anniversary in August, and I haven't finished it yet, but I'm gonna give it to them for Christmas, so that's just that. I worked a tiny bit on the North Pole welcome sow. I am now really far behind on this sow. And here's what I've done. It is really cute. I just basically lost my motivation for stitching for a while. For my nephew, for Christmas, I got the, this Disney. He loves Mickey Mouse. Like, Mickey Mouse is his favorite. And the material I ordered came, it wasn't like what I expected, but I think it actually looks really cute on it so far. So I have finished 3 characters. I want to finish 5 to 6 a month. So I started out with the Beast right here. This is Snow White. And this is the little female dog from Aristocats. I don't remember its name. And this is going to be Bambi. So I'm really happy with that. And okay, so after Bambi, there's this little bear. I'm not sure what the bear is from, to tell you the truth. And then I'm going to maybe try to get in Cusco right here before the end of the month. I only have a little bit left on this in my rotation, but because this is the main Christmas, like my top priority Christmas present, because my nephew will be 4. And, you know, little kids are only little for so long. And holidays, in my opinion, should revolve around them. So there's that. On the 4th of July, I pulled out my One Nation by Bygone Stitches to work on. Let me find the page. That's the picture and not the pattern. Oops, I might have shown you guys the pattern. So it is, this is again just in black and white. The American flag, and the stars are made of these flowers, and then the stripes are red and white with the states in the order that they joined the Union. And so I didn't get a lot done, but I did finish one star. I was at a barbecue with my boyfriend's family, and so I didn't really have a lot of time to work on this. And I am doing this on, I believe this is called Stormy Gray Joblin. I'm a little worried that the ecru blends in too much, but I think it'll be fine. This is some fabric that I bought. I think I probably bought a yard of it to fit my sister's chatelaine on, and then this was the extra bit, and so that's why I stitched it on this. And I am just using the DMCs because I don't think the white was variegated enough to justify the expense, and I really didn't want to spend all the money on kitting it up with the hand dyes. That just seemed really expensive. It calls for quite a few. I mean, like, there's only 3 colors, but it calls for a lot of them. My mom and I have started a new Bible study because having 7 different places you're reading from in the scriptures just ended up being too many. And so we're doing this study program called the Blended Bible Study, and it's just 2 different sections each reading. And my dad says he's going to join us, so we'll see if that happens. So while listening to the scriptures, I work on this project. It's called His Hands. And I've even been able to move the hoop. So this is where I'm at. And like this is part of his sleeve, and his hand starts somewhere around here. So, you know, may or may not finish it by Christmas. I'm leaning towards may not. But, you know, I'll give it my best. Then I worked on postcards from the world by Clouds Factory. And I think I only did 1 length of thread around 1 little border. So, oops, not much done, but you know, some progress is better than no progress. I had hoped to finish this, but it was not meant to be. I did a little bit more work on my Persian flower Persian flower freebie from Blackwork Journey. I may work on this some more and use it as one of my Focus 4 finish pieces because I am really close. I worked a couple of days on Lantern Lane. That's what that looks like. I really wanted to finish the tree, and I believe I accomplished that. I did accomplish that. So I finished the tree. Yay! I love how that tree looks like. I stitched it going like this. Boom, 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 boom. I really love this piece, and I want to work on it more. And then the last piece I worked on in terms of cross stitch is some more on Minnie Jane and the Prisoner of Woolhouse. Let me see. Hang on. This is the black and white printout. Vicki and I are doing this. We're trying to get in about 1,600 stitches a month. So this is 1.5 months worth of stitching. I need to do some more. I was just going to do like the column down, but I was watching soccer and while stitching on this and not stitching on that one, and I didn't feel like getting up to go get the next color because, you know, it was a little bit exciting. And so I just went to the next column and kept on stitching. What was I going to say? Oh, I think I have enough time on this one left in the month in terms of my rotation time to finish. Guys, I'm the worst, like, co-host of a group reading event ever. I'm still on the very first book, Sense and Sensibility, but I think I have enough time left in this month in terms of my rotation to finish Sense and Sensibility. So that's my plan for this piece, is to finish Sense and Sensibility and move on to the next book. So, oh jeez. I mean, that's really bad, right? And then Vicki messaged me the other day, and she said someone was asking if maybe next year we could do a Harry Potter reading and stitch along like we did Jane Austen this year. And I am 100% down with that. And I hope Vicki is too. Like, she didn't respond to my enthusiasm, so I'm not sure if she's down with that. But I'm down with it. And I could, oh my gosh, I could listen to the Harry Potter books and actually work on my stupid Clouds Factory and, like, have a reason to work on it. And I even already thought of the schedule, right? So there are 12 months, but there are 7 books. So you're like, well, the first 2 books, I think it just had to be the first 2 books. Yes, the first 2 books are relatively short. So January, you do book 1, and then February, you do book 2. And then after that, each book can have 2 months. So those ginormous middle books, like, you know, book number 5, the bane of the Harry Potter series, in my opinion, can have 2 months to try to get through that sucker. So I really hope we do it. And, Vicki, let's do this. I'm so excited. I love Harry Potter. I can't lie. Okay. Let me get a little bit into crochet. Then we'll come back to my stitching kindness and plans, followed by the giveaway. So stick with me a little bit longer, folks. Oh, okay, we're only at 23 minutes. I have to sit up like this because the time's in white and my wall's white, so I can't ever see it. So if I'm like sitting up, it's because I'm checking the time. These are my fancy, super fancy yarn project bags. They're from the grocery store. Like, if I get bananas, then afterwards I'll use the bag for yarn. Winko. So I'm not sure how much more of this project I've worked on since I showed you guys last. I'm still on part 3. This is the Unicorn Mandala C-A-L, crochet along. And I'm at a part where they told us we did actually have to cut it. So that's why it's disconnected. Normally with this kind of yarn, you just keep going. And so this is where I'm at. And I am loving how it looks. I need to catch up. But I love this. The cowl is finished. It's still available for free on the website. If anyone wants the link, I am more than happy to direct you in the right way. And then the other day, I was on the Facebook group for the so it's like a fan group for the lady who makes this yarn. Her name's Little Favorites by Rhea, and she sells on Facebook. She does have her own website, but I always just go through the Facebook group, and as I've said before, her prices are really reasonable. So someone posted this shawl called the Lydia shawl, and it was finished, and hers was so beautiful, and she told me that the pattern was, it's a free pattern, so I went and found it anyways, but it's just triple crochets across with a chain, and then a row of double crochets all the way across. And so I started this like while on a road trip with my boyfriend. Just like 2 weeks ago, I think. And I mean, that's how much I've gotten done already. And this is what the cake looks like. So I also took this to the 4th of July, and one of the little girls there, she was like, "It's Elsa colors." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it is." I mean, I maybe would have turned it into like a little blanket for her had I realized it was Elsa colors. She loves Elsa, but no, it's gonna be a Lydia shawl, and I really love how this looks. It's so elegant, in my opinion. So this is my go-to project at the moment, and then let me put this here. Because it is just a 2-row repeat, it was really easy to memorize, and so it is something that I'm able to pull out and work on, even if I only have like 5 minutes to work on something. Okay, and then I was on the group again today, and someone posted about this new crochet along, except for they're calling it a MAL, M-A-L, and maybe that's mystery along. I'm not sure where the M comes from, but anyways, so it's called the Grinda Mal, and so this is only a little picture of the first part. The first part was released today, I believe, and she says that this pattern was inspired by a boat trip she took on the Stockholm Archipelagos. Sorry, that's probably pronounced really bad. On a trip that she took with her husband last summer. And, so then she talks about the trip a little bit. And, the shawl is designed to use these kind of, thread cakes that I get. So I pulled 6 options, and I posted it on the Facebook group. Okay, here is one that someone's already finished. The whole thing. Let me see if I can get it without the glare. Glare, go away. Oh, what are you? No, you go away. Will it show? Probably not. Okay, maybe a little bit there. Okay, so very poorly. So that's basically what it looks like. Each week is a section. I was really hoping that would show because I want you guys to tell me what color to use. And I've got 6 options here. Let me see if maybe there's a darker version that will show the... Because, I mean, maybe it's the light that's too light. Just go back. No, oh, jeez. Guys, sorry. This video is a disaster, and I fully recognize that. Like, this is not up to my normal-ish standards. So maybe this one shows better. So each part where you see the thicker part is the end of a section. And there's 5 sections. And so each week a section. And so the first week is out today, and so I wanted to start it, and so I went through my yarn stash from my designer, and I have 6 options, and I posted it to my crochet group already, and I'm getting feedback. But if anyone happens to see this and wants to like sway me, here are the 6 options. So there's this one. This is, well, they're all monthly cakes, so they don't actually have a name except for like, this is September 2016. I think it's kind of autumny. This one is May 17. And to be honest, I don't love this cake. So you're probably not going to get chosen, to tell you the truth. I need to find something for this cake. This one is, I believe, April 17, 2017. So it's a very springy cake, but maybe not perfect for this project. So these are my probably bottom and probably eliminated options. Now here are my top 3 options. Not necessarily in the order of my opinion, but in the order of what so far they voted for in the group. So this one is from May 2018, so it's one of the most recent cakes. And I just think that colorway is really beautiful. This is one that I did start another project on, but I'm actually really thinking this one could be perfect for this project because it's kind of oceany. Maybe makes me think of like Flounder or The Little Mermaid. I don't know why The Little Mermaid. But I mean, it's got some green and blues and a little bit of orange. And so I thought because she based this off her love of that boat trip that this one might be really good. And this one is July 2017. And then the one that has received the most votes, and I'm not disappointed at that because I do think this is a beautiful cake, is this one. It's from June 2016. This was the second cake that she ever created for the monthly club. And the reason I haven't used it yet is because I really do love it. And so, like, no project ever seems to meet, like, the quite perfect level of deserving this cake. But, I mean, I've got to use it at some point, right? So, I mean, maybe this is the perfect cake. And it seemed like one row had some hearts in it, and that might be perfect with the pink. So, I'm honestly leaning towards either of these ones. So, any thoughts or feedback, let me know. And that's all for crochet. I promise. Now, oh wait. Okay, no. I thought I forgot to show you a cross stitch pattern, but I didn't. Okay, so now let's talk about the stitchy kindness that I've received, then a little bit of future plans, and then we will talk about the 500 subscriber giveaway. So, I have received several unexpected gifts of kindness over the last month. And all of them have brought me to near tears or to actual tears because, as I said, I've been incredibly stressed, a bit depressed, and they were the mood boosters I really needed on those days. And I cannot thank the people who sent them to me enough. Unfortunately, my depression made me a bad recipient, and I didn't actually thank them enough, / at all. Like, I need to write them And I really, really apologize for that. There is no excuse. Like, depression is not an excuse for bad behavior / ungratefulness. So I want Sharon and, I did tell Vicky, thank you, Sharon and Elizabeth to know just how grateful I am for the gifts that you sent me. And they completely lifted my mood and made me feel loved. And I am so, so blown away and thankful for your support and your love and caring. So the first one is from Sharon. And it was a complete surprise. I don't even know how she got my address. Maybe Vicky, I don't know. I really don't know. But it showed up on my doorstep completely unexpected and on one of the worst days I was having. And I did start crying, like bawling crying. And she sent me this really sweet card. And inside, in the card, come on. That's Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. You know it is. I love it. And so, oh yeah. I didn't read this before. On the back it does say, The Second Proposal, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, published in 1813. This card is so perfect. I love it so much. And it's going to my office where I like to keep the things because work is, ugh. And so seeing these nice things make me just a little bit happier. And, she wrote a long card, and it was so sweet. Sharon, I really cannot thank you enough. And so, she made me a project bag with a zipper on it. Zippers are beyond my ability, but look at that. It's so perfect. And so I immediately put Minnie Jane in here. And, it fits perfectly. There's books on the back. Guys, be jealous. How can you not be jealous? And so, as if this was not enough, she included more goodies. And I completely love this bag, Sharon. I want to learn how to, make fancy bags like that. She included this piece of 40 count Newcastle linen. It doesn't have a name other than November 2017 limited edition. It's from the Crafty Kitten. I've never stitched on 40 count, so I am looking forward to finding the perfect pattern to go on this beautiful purple fabric. I don't know what the perfect pattern is. If anyone has any suggestions / any tips for stitching on 40 count, I would love them down below. I do know you stitch with 1 strand of thread over 2, so I do know that much. That's about all I know, though. This one is called Dawn Blush, and it's 32 count, so. Oh, so one thing I was thinking with this one was maybe, the dress-up gowns from Brooks Books, maybe the Sleeping Beauty one, I think that could look really nice on here. So many things would look really nice on here, to tell you the truth. This is beautiful fabric. And as if that was not enough, because it was already way too generous, she included these 2 absolutely gorgeous skeins of yarn. She told me she used to, or I don't know if she still does, work for a yarn distributor. And she was talking to me about the World Cup. And so she was in Italy, where, I don't know if that's where these are from. don't remember, to tell you the truth. But anyway, so these are Madeline Tosh Pashmina. And so that's 75% Murano wool, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere. This is a sports weight. It's 360 yards. Okay, guys, this is where, like, if any of you crochet... her one stipulation was I have to make something for myself and not, like, give it away for family. Which... 100%, these are my favorite colors, so there's no way I would give this away to family. It's like the perfect green-blue mixture. These are gorgeous. It's called Castal. I don't know. That's French, and I do not speak that language. So, if anyone has any idea of, like, what the perfect pattern would be for this, whether it be, like, I don't even know. Seriously, I spent like a week looking and I was just so overwhelmed and I didn't know what to do because it was one of those situations where I'm like, yeah, this shawl's beautiful, but is it perfect? And I couldn't decide the perfect thing because this is, okay, for one thing, this is definitely going to be like a winter type of situation because it's heavier. So I'm not sure I want something so like airy as some of the shawl suggestions I got. Because I think it would be nice to keep me warm during winter. So if anyone has any suggestions, I am more than open to them because it's so perfect and I can't wait to use it. When I posted this question on a different crochet group, one person responded, you have to wind those into cakes first. And I was like, okay, yeah, I know that. I'm not like a new... I had a little attitude, to tell you the truth, that day. Because I know that. Like, I know I can't just stitch them like this, but I don't want to wind them into cakes until I find the perfect thing for them. So, yeah. I probably shouldn't have had that much attitude, to tell you the truth. It was a little rude, and I try not to be a rude person. Oh, look at, okay, maybe in this light. Oh, jeez. Seriously, gorgeous. And Sharon, thank you so much. Like, honestly, this is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's the perfect color for me in terms of colors I love, and it blew me away. It really did. So, thank you so much. Next, I received a package from Elizabeth from Vintage Stitches. I did know about... Well, I forgot to bring one thing over here. Okay, so Elizabeth messaged me on Facebook. And she goes... her husband found this... And it's in my bedroom. I meant to bring it over here. This FIFA 2010 World Cup t-shirt, which was hosted in South Africa, which if you've watched my channel, you know I'm half South African. And the 2010 World Cup is when the soccer obsession in my life began. So she wanted to know if I wanted to have it. And I was like, oh, yes. And then she was like, it's a medium. Maybe she even said a child's medium. So maybe you know a child. Okay, I tried it on, and Elizabeth, it's a little tight, but it fits me. And so, sorry, children in my life, but I'm not passing it on to you. Like, even if I don't wear it a lot, I am intending on making a t-shirt quilt one day in the nearest future with a lot of t-shirts that I've collected from, like, college activities I was in, like I was in the Student Government Association as an assistant for a while, and, you know, I just did various things, and I have shirts from dorms and stuff like that. And so I want to make a t-shirt quilt using those. And so I would love to include that in my t-shirt quilt someday. So anyway, so I knew about that, and I meant to show you guys. But then she also told me she had this California ginger and spice. And Elizabeth used to live in California, but she found a different one in this series that she wanted to do, New England, I believe. And so she wanted to know if I wanted to have it, and I was like, yes, because I live in California. And I love it. There's so many small elements about California fit into here. And so I'm super excited about this. So thank you, Elizabeth. But as if that was not enough, she included 2 patterns I had no idea about. Plum Street Samplers, George and Martha, and oh my gosh, I love this. I hadn't seen this one before, I don't think. But I love it, and I am reading a biography. When I say reading, I mean listening. I am listening to a biography about George Washington as I stitch the stupid George Washington. My friend Amy, she's like, Abby, don't forget about George. And then Lori's like, do you have a date with George this weekend? No. Anyways, I need to work on him some more. I'm a little loopy right now. So, George and Martha, and so listening to that biography about them, about George Washington. I mean, Martha obviously features quite a bit. I'm really excited to do this. I love it, and so thank you. And then she sent me this Wordplay July, which, you know, July is my birthday month, and so I'm so excited about this. I love that. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. And as always, she sent a beautiful card. Very patriotic. Is this one where... Yeah. Happy FIFA World Cup. Oh, Elizabeth, you crack me up. I love her. She's amazing. Vicky sent me, I don't have it here. I'm sorry. She sent me a piece of navy blue 14 count Aida that she dyed for her Mickey Disney pattern piece. Unfortunately, it was about an inch or two too small, because it would have only left about like half an inch of border, and I needed, normally I'm not so concerned about border, but for this one I did need a little bit more border space than that, so I will find something to stitch on it. But thank you so much, Vicky. And Vicky, I mean, she has been on the receiving end of a lot of sad text Facebook Messenger posts of mine, and I mean, she's amazing. She's so supportive. So those are my Stitchy Kindness. I don't have a lot of future plans to talk about because things are really just up in the air with me in terms of stitching. However, my birthday is next week. I will be turning 30. And I was lucky enough to find a store that had a Lady of the Flag, and she has arrived. And so as my birthday new start, which I'm actually going to do this weekend, I will be doing Lady of the Flag. Now I have found at least 3 conversions. So there's 4 versions that I want to do. This one, okay, the 2 I want to do for sure is the original, and then I also want to do the green conversion where it looks like the Statue of Liberty. And I want to do them both, but I did order the bead pack to go with this. But I still want to start them both, right now. I want to start them both right now. It's completely ridiculous, guys. I'm out of control. So, at the end of my last video, I think I told you guys I was going to coffee tea dye, and I did. And it turned out beautiful. It still smells strongly of coffee. Oh, this one I think shows some of the markings more. So I was going to use this for the Carolyn Manning Garden of the Year, where each month there's a new garden, and this fabric is the perfect size for that. However, then, I found out about Lady of the Flag, and I got Lady of the Flag, and now Lady of the Flag has taken over this fabric. And doing the measurements, there is enough to fit 2 ladies of the flag on here. So I'm going to cut it down the middle. And I'm going to do the green version on one, and I'm going to do the regular version on the other. And I am so excited. Like, when the pattern came in, I did 7 working copies of it because I was like, oh, it's Lady of the Flag. And I was just so excited. I can't even tell you guys. I was so excited. So, possibly the last little bit of stash you'll see from me in quite a while. And this weekend I am going to start her. My boyfriend has work stuff this during the day this weekend. He says he's going to take me out for special spoilings during the evening. And then we both took off Monday. We were thinking about going to the California State Fair, but he's been having some health issues, and so that might not be the best idea. He's like, no, I want to because it's your birthday and that's what you asked for. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want you to get sick at the fair because it's supposed to be like over 100. And so, I don't know. I might see if I can talk him instead into like taking me to see a movie or just like having a stay in and like play card games and stuff day. I don't know. To be determined, y'all. And so, maybe what I'll do is on Saturday, I will start one version, and on Sunday, I will start the other version. Or maybe I should just do one version. Just stick to one version at a time. But I really want them both. The dilemma is real, guys. Starteritis is real. My love of Lady of the Flag is overwhelming. Oh, I need to make her special project bag. Very patriotic. So much to do. Yes. So there is that. Now, that's the last thing I have to show you. And now we get to the 500 subscriber giveaway. So, what am I going to give away? I want to... Okay, yes. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. I should have thought of that beforehand, but my mind is everywhere. So, as you all know, I make my own project bags, and so as part of my giveaway, I would like to custom make a project bag for someone, a winner, and I don't have it done yet because reasons that I will explain in just a second, but okay, so here is, I basically use Vanna's tutorial. Except for I don't do the rounded edges because personally I prefer this look. And it's, in my opinion, easier. And then I use Velcro. And then there's the inside. So I just thought I would show an example of what one of my project bags looks like. So someone will win a project bag custom made by me. And I was always taught that you never give a bag empty because it's bad luck. Actually, my mom said that about wallets, but I figure it's accurate about bags, stitching bags. And so somehow I ended up with 2 copies of Whimsical Advent Calendar. So I will be giving one of these away in the bag. It has been opened only because I wanted to verify that they were actually two copies. Like, because on the back it's showing different parts of it. So I was like, well, maybe one's a part 1 and one's a part 2, but no, it's the same thing. So, inside the project bag will be this chart. In addition, I'll probably slip in a surprise or 2. That will be determined when I pick the winner. So, in order to enter this giveaway, I would like you to tell me what what theme of a project bag you would really like. Like, what's something you would like on a project bag? I can't 100% guarantee that I can find fabric that will fit that or anything like that. So I will try my best for whoever the winner is. But some examples might be, maybe you want a Christmassy project bag. Maybe you want like Harry Potter project bag. Maybe you want flowers or reds or, you know, greens or blues, or you want to be specific like that. So basically, what kind of an outside fabric would you want on a project bag? What would be your ideal project bag? And again, no guarantees that I can match that because, you know, I'm not going to like search the internet for fabric to meet specific specifications, but I would like to try to make you your ideal project bag with the mistakes that will be in there because I am not a professional stitcher. Well, I'm not professional in any way. But so yeah, tell me that below. And my sister is visiting the weekend following my birthday, so either that weekend I will have her help me select a winner. We'll randomize it, so it's not like I'm going to pick my favorite and you're the winner. It's going to be random. Or it will be the week after that, depending on like what we're doing. So you have either a week and a half or 2.5 weeks to enter, and basically you have until the next video is posted. So if no video has been posted yet, you still have time to enter. And so I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel and made this possible, and the community that's been created and all the kindness that has been shown to me. To enter the giveaway, you need to be over 18 or have your parents' permission to give me your address. You need to be a subscriber, and that's it. So thank you all for the amazing time that I've had on this channel and all the support that I've gotten. I've really appreciated it. I've enjoyed our conversations in the comments section, and thank you for watching. Until next time, happy stitching. Bye.